Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Rimworld Alpha 17. So, a few things we want to do today. One of them, I've noticed that a hunter lacks a ranged weapon. Also, as the episode ended as well, we tamed an alpaca, so we're on our way towards having an alpaca farm, which should be interesting. Hopefully we can harvest their wool and their meat and we'll be all good. We might have to start setting up some hay grass for that kind of thing as well. I don't know if the wild boars eat hay grass. I do believe they should. Let's have a look. You're also bonded to Green, so I think you're following him around, which is interesting. Since I'm wanting to train you in hauling. What was I looking for? Oh yes, what do you eat? Vegetables, raw meat, corpses. Vegetables, I do believe, counts as hay grass. I don't think it is a separate thing. Yeah, I guess so. Awesome. So yeah, we want to start growing some hay grass, since we're going to be breeding some animals. Also, as well, we've finally got to the point now where Green is decent enough to grow heel root. So we're going to get that on as well. I don't know what I'm doing right now. There we go. Growing zones. So let's set up a growing zone of heel root right there. Damn, can I? No. There is a clear floor thing, I believe. Structure? Is it in floors? Yeah, it is. Remove floor right there. Brian, please remove that floor so that we can make it all even and lovely. Thank you. Right. And then we go zone, growing zone, we add to it. This is going to be heel root. Minimum required skill is 8, green is 10, so we've got that going for us. And then we also want some hay grass as well. We'll put it here, I think, for the time being. I think this size should be fine for now. Does hay grass specifically say a mixture of nutrient-rich grasses that yields a large amount of hay, edible for animals, just not humans? Yeah, okay. Sure. That'll do for now, but we might want to expand a little bit further down later on as well. Major break risk. Harmon. How's it going, Harmon? Hungry, tired, feeling terrible, in the darkness, wearing worn out apparel. Let's have a look at your apparel, actually. 47 on a t-shirt. We can rectify that issue if we just add a t-shirt. What else were you missing? That's about it. We don't really need to change the rest. Oh yeah, he's hungry, but he's got 2 meals on him. Greedy. There you go. Right, going back to rest. Cool. We only really need 2 of those alpaca, but if I set them all to get... Oh, wild boar's gone mad and will attack anyone it sees. If I set them all to be nurtured in that way, then we do it a lot more times in the day, so... Handled was the word I'm looking for. I don't know why it just wasn't coming to me there. Right. Green. Block the path. There we go. It won't be too long until we've got it sorted. Yeah. Awesome. Right, everybody gets undrafted. I believe... No, I didn't draft you. Okay. Except for you, you're going to melee attack that boar to death. Rescuing it will do nothing for us, since it'll just wander off again. So we might as well use it for meat. And meat we shall, because we have a lot of food that needs taking care of. I'm actually going to knock the fine meals up to 5, so that we're producing them more than anything else, really. Okay, colonist needs treatment. How is it? No immediate danger. Gregor, are you a doctor? You are not. Brian, also no immediate danger, but don't use medicine for this, please. It's entirely unnecessary at this point in time. There we go, and green. 10 to Brian, also don't use medicine. Set you back to medicine. Sweet. Alright, I wish there was like a one-time... set it to do this kind of deal. If you know what I mean, just make sure that like when we don't want to use medicine, we go, oh yeah, just don't use medicine this time. I don't think that's an option. But it would be nice if it existed nonetheless. Right, so we're getting heal root set up. We're getting hay grass for our animals set up. We have far too much food that we know what to do with. We are actually reducing the size of this rice paddy as well, so that should mean that we're producing a little bit less food because we're already producing too much. We'll see. And a shirt's been grabbed for Harmon. Oh yes, we want to give Harmon a weapon, so somebody... You've got shooting 3. You got shooting 9. Gregor, drop your rifle. And equip the spear. And then Harmon take the rifle. Since you're our best shot, we'll give you a decent enough weapon. Plus you're also our hunter and you're using a knife, and I don't want to forget about that later down the line. And regret it. Going to tame some alpacas. Okay, the current alpaca we've got right now is a female. That is a male alpaca. Wonderful. I'm actually going to unmark all of the female alpacas because we don't need them. We'll breed them instead. That's a male. That's a female. That's a male. 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 Alright. We only need one of them. Once we have one of them, we're golden. Okay. I really don't want you being bonded, to be honest. Is Green going to be upset if I say no to that? I believe he will be. Georgette's master? Maybe he just needs to be bonded to one of them. I want the boar to stay around the base, that's all. So, we'll leave that. Eventually I'll have another boar ready to breed. So we got this male here. To our female. Alright. Any other boars in the area? So we're focused on alpaca at the moment. It's a female. Oop. Are you a male? You're a male. Try tame that one. Yet again, setting 2 options for that. And Harmon needs something to do anyway, because he doesn't do out. That shirt was made for him by beaver skin, and it is a poor quality one, but at least it is not tattered, so he's over that now. She's good. Opinion of my lover, Brian. Brian with my lover makes me feel this way. Sweet. Our sandstone flagstone's almost finished. It's looking like a really nice base. I'm really enjoying it. I could do with some more marble being cut so that we could finish the interior of our homestead. I think I'll leave this little bit to be a power area for wind turbines. I do believe you can put solar generators in between the wind turbines. Correct me if I'm wrong. I won't build them until one of you tells me. But I do believe you can put them in the way, and I don't know if it blocks. They might have changed that, but I do believe at some point that was the case. Sweet. Alright. We could do with some cleaning being done. Harmon, you are incapable of cleaning, aren't you? Yes, you are. You want to do some hunting, handling. See, this is where we're going to have a problem with you, Harmon. Because I don't really need to hunt. But I guess I might as well. Hunt those. Animal starvation, Georgette the Husky. Seriously? What are you doing out here? Alpha beavers again. Well, there's some more huntables, and in fact, cancel all them. Get them hunted. Brian, you are no longer a hunter. Harmon's the only one who does hunting, so... Oh, it's the only thing he could do, should I say, so there's no reason why everybody else should be taking his job away from him. It just means that he's going to be idle more often. We're being raided. Tribespeople, they're going to prepare for a while before they attack. Oh. Spear, peeler, peeler, bow, bow. So it's a very ranged, focused battle. That's cool. Granite blocks are what we have available. So I'm going to build a wall like so. I do believe we'll have the ranged advantage. So to get Brian doing that would be great. Who else is our constructor? That would be Lumi. Also work on that. There we go. It's just going to mean that they come round here and then they've got a big long road to go down before they decide what they're doing. I'm going to make you mine that out. Wild Boar Revenge. Oh, God. Green. You're going to have to fight it, buddy. Fat Harmon. You're a decent shot. Fire at that wild boar. Well, didn't need to. Carry on. You might as well melee attack it to death. Where's Georgette? Georgette's over there, starving. Not much you can do about that. Not supposed to be out this far away from green anyway. So, unless I've restricted you somehow, which I haven't, then I don't know why you are being that way. Also, it's probably a good idea we restrict all of our animals. Ooh, marriage! Lumi and Gregor's marriage proposal. At some point in the coming days or seasons, they'll have a marriage ceremony and invite all the colonists. Consider placing a marriage spot if you want to control where the ceremony occurs. I don't at this particular moment. How are these guys doing? They're on their way. Awesome. You're in no immediate danger. Cool. Right. Let's bring everybody back to base. And then get them set up for the battle ahead. I reckon that spot's going to be the one. Brian, stand there. Harmon, stand there. And Lumi, stand there. Georgette is going to get destroyed. Unless I can get green to... Yeah, there you go. If green runs away, so does Georgette. Good to know. Right, here they come. Didn't manage to get that little bit of wall sorted. So they're going to use it as cover, but only one of them can do that. And it looks like they're going to run into green. Release the animals. Go on, Georgette. Take them out. I want you guys firing on these guys. Harmon, you've got a better range, so you fire on the one at the back. Cannot hit the target. Harmon can. Fire at Humps then. And in fact, I want you to come up behind green as well and help him out. Three melee units on there too. How can you not fire it? Maybe now? More than in range. Well, I guess you're going to have to fire at Ambas then. Croc's down. Hump's down. Ambas is fleeing. Come on, hit him. Yeah, sweet. Alright. Everybody on draft. Let's have a look at the injury report. No immediate danger. A couple of stabs here and there. Georgette has lost a paw. Poor Georgette. And Crocodile the Scout. Missing a nose. Relatively decent, but we don't have a good warden. We have a 10. And you're a tribesman, which means it's going to be difficult to train you up, unfortunately. Just thought. Somebody fire at Finch. Where does he think he's going? Come on, you got this, Harmon. Fire. Hunt this man. Yes! Alright, you are good for something. Hunting, the world's most dangerous game. Alright. Get him stripped. Get some repairs going, get everybody treated. And we're on track. Our growers, green, most of all. Why are you not growing? It's because you are a cook over everything else, and I don't think that's a good idea. Maybe a 4, because we've got you set to butchering. You should really be growing these spots. I don't think you've got much of an excuse otherwise. Suppose we could make a little bit of kibble for our pooch. Oh, it's in the butcher's table, isn't it? Make a little bit of kibble. Do until you have 10, and then unpause at 5. Actually, make it a lot less than that. Unpause at 2. Cool. And then all of our less useful cooks can make some kibble for Georgette over here. Georgette. Who is an absolutely insane, invaluable member of this group, even though he's missing part of his leg. Look at that. There's more hauling than most of the people in this group. Harmon. Looking at you, buddy. Well bought one. Reskin. Ah, you've been on the outskirts, I see. That's fine, I suppose. Right. I think we also want to extend this granite wall out. Like so. And then what we're going to do is fill this as a dumping stockpile. And just fill it full of chunks. That way it's going to take an insane amount of time to walk around. And it's probably just a lot easier to come down this path. And then we'll have turrets set up ready to fire down the line. I think that should work out. For now. It's a temporary solution to a long-term problem. Right, so if I went to dumping stockpile, I want to set it up something like that without this little bit. Delete that zone, please. Thank you. So this entire zone is going to be critically important and take chunks. And then we're going to haul all of that. Haul that, haul that. Just get hauling, essentially. Start filling this up with chunks, make it really hard for them to move through it, so it's essentially like having a wall, as far as their pathfindings are concerned. Heal root's now officially being grown, which is nice. I feel like making a little bit more, but only once that gets to about 50% we'll make an identical growing zone for that. Somebody please hunt these animals that are not ours. Thank you. Don't want them in our area. They'll get in from time to time, but they'll eat our crops, and we don't want that. Mad animal, local tortoise has gone mad. Oh no. Oh no, look at our impending doom. It's going so fast. Whatever will we do? Well, we could set it to hunt, and maybe Harmon will take it down. Harmon is a pretty decent shot after all. And by the time he takes that back and comes back to hunt, it should be all good. Look at that. Look at the state of that. Harmon. Ah. He is trying to hit the tortoise, but it keeps juking him. You got this, Harmon. You got this. Come on. Bring it back. Everybody's fleeing. Oh, Harmon. Please fire on the tortoise. Just get right up close and personal. There we go. Awesome. Took longer than it should, but there you go. And we have kibble. We have 50. Alright, suppose you make more than 10 at a time then. I guess tell them to do it until we have 50 then, since that looks to be the baseline. And then unpause at 10. Sure, why not? So, we have a nice little road set up. We're about to get our dumping stockpiles set up to a point where this is going to be a nightmare to walk through, and probably the equivalent of like 10 thickness walls. So we'll likely never go there, and if they do, we'll have like turrets that have a perfect angle on this area. So that'll be set up quite nicely. We need to move those corpses as well. Brian, well, he's on the stripping side of it. Not much more than that, though. And then our dog somewhere is hauling things as well, hopefully. We're hunting so much meat that we don't know what to do with half of it. We want to move this granite wall down this way as well, so it is a straight line. How's our research coming along? We're almost there on the turrets. In fact, Lumi, research is a long-term task and you can't prioritise it. I forgot about that. Seems that's the faster path. So let's make ourselves some sandstone flagstone down here then. Yep. Like so. Get that path going. So we do have a fair bit of sandstone actually, 111. Are all of our stone cutting things paused? They are. Alright, fair enough. The marble one shouldn't be. Unpause at 0. No, 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 no. Unpause at about 50, buddy. That would explain a lot. Get sandstone, flagstoning. This might be one of the prettiest bases we've ever built, actually. Another thing we want to do is make sure that there is no foliage for them to take cover around this area as well. So order that to be chopped. That to be hauled, so there's no... Yes! Wild boar has become tame. Awesome, we should have a male and a female wild boar now. We do indeed. Let's train that one to haul. And could train them to rescue as well. Possibly. We'll think about that one. But now we have some wild boars that are tamed, so we don't need to tame any of the others in the local area. I'm not quite sure where the other wild boar was that we asked to be tamed, unfortunately. So I might just have to watch the guys doing their thing. But yeah, these two should start breeding now. And once they start breeding, then we're good to start eating them. Ha 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 ha. Cargo pods, that sounded like silver. It was not. It was agave. Tons of it, actually. We don't even have the fridge space. Interesting. There is a... we can start making survival package meals now, as well as part of a research thing. So after gun turrets, that's what we'll go with, because I don't believe these deteriorate. So they're essentially good forever once you convert them. And that essentially means we'll never have a full fridge, because I'll just up the amount of package meals we'll make on the side. We'll just have stacks and stacks of them. Yeah, we have a rare thrumbo. I'm not going to tackle that. It will destroy us. We don't have gun turrets. Gun turrets are ideally a thing that you really want when you're fighting these guys. That and being able to slow them down like crazy. Hunting the alpha beavers. You're not nearly done with that. There's one left. Battery is broken down. Oh no. Somebody should fix it. We have 39 components, so... Yep, there you go. Alright guys, I think that's where I'm going to end off the episode. As I mentioned in a previous episode, this is a backlog, so if you do have any tips, be sure to leave them nonetheless, but I won't be able to respond to them immediately. Tomorrow's is the last backlogged video, so after that, I'll implement all of your changes, and names for Harmon as well if you've got one. So be sure to like and subscribe if you did enjoy it though, and don't forget to hit that little bell icon right next to the subscription button, and that'll give you notifications when I release new videos. I do hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.